jumping on a team like you
Oh, shit. Good catch, baby. Ow. Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing out there today? Welcome to Talk Your Wish Tuesday, and we wish you a Merry Christmas. Jeff, from me, the Ignorant Thinker Podcast, Dennis Holmes. You got Ryan Thomas. Ryan, say something.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Okay. We got the Guru in the building. What's going on, Guru? Okay, Guru ain't saying nothing.
I gave a wave. What the hell is wrong? Trying to get this.
We got D-Man in the house.
What's up, everyone?
All right. We got the Chocolate Girl in the house.
Hey, everybody.
Who does D-Man root for?
Hey, this is the Chocolate Girl.
For the Saints.
I'm Dalton. This D-Man.
Hope everybody's okay. Everybody all right?
Yep.
Shut out Brady, didn't he?
And we also got Tom Rashawn in the building.
Resident cowgirl lover.
Tom Rashawn. I ain't seen that show in 10 years. Where the show at?
I said, come on at the football season. Jeez, hey.
Right.
Meanwhile, back at the lab,
right.
y'all know how we do.
You might got
We do
9-yard line.
Trash ass players around this time. Ryan Thomas, what's your trash ass player?
Anthony Davis.
Oh,
can't get right. Fragile.
Here we go again. Laker back.
You is one injured player.
Are you talking
let me get the timer. Hold up.
You is an injured player. I never seen somebody to blow the wind on you and you fall over. And you get injured. And I got Aaron Charles Rogers. He's still talking about his toe. Don't nobody care about no toe.
Fans care, Ron. His fans care. Don't his fans care?
No.
And I'm telling y'all right now, I don't give a damn about Charlie.
Charlie.
Yeah, that's his middle name, Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie.
Y'all know a little bit too much about him.
I did some research. I pulled a Sharon. I got down and dirty.
Oh, you pulled a Sharon. You did some research?
I did some research.
1 minute.
His middle name, Charlie Wilson.
Charlie.
And my last one, Atlanta Falcons. Lost to the 49ers.
They should have.
Yeah, they were supposed to. I see. I can't call them. They're not on my trash ass list. But they were supposed to lose.
For sure. They're supposed to lose every game.
You be quiet.
I ain't gonna say.
Come on, booby. Sharon, I'm sorry, Sharon. Do you have one, Sharon?
Oh, of course I do. Is my name Chocolate? I got some trash ass
girl.
players. All right.
Do a bear wipe his ass in the woods with a white rabbit?
That's right. They do. So let me ask you. Let me just start with the New England, not the New England Patriots. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say more about them later. But the Las Vegas Raiders were supposed to beat the Cleveland Browns. I mean, they were not supposed to beat the Cleveland Browns, but they did. So what was Cleveland doing? That's your team. I'm gonna call them your team forever, Dennis, because you're the one always talking about Baker and Cleveland and the Browns and the defense. And, all season. That's all I kept hearing, especially in the beginning. Oh, the Browns defense, the Browns and the Washington football team defenses are gonna be so tough this season. Where they at? That's what I want to know. So, I was very upset that Cleveland didn't do what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to win that game. I don't care if they depleted or not. They should have won that game because the Raiders are a shell. The Raiders are a shell of themselves. They have key people out too, so they were supposed to win. So, yeah
20 people out.
The Cleveland Browns is on my list, and I could say more about them having 20 people out, but I'm not. I'm just gonna keep it moving. Don't know what happened to the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, people want to ride us because we didn't beat the Detroit Lions, but at least we tied them. We didn't lose to them. I can say that. I'm gonna hang my hat on that. How the hell you lose to Detroit when you got that much firepower? Now I know D Hop's out. He is an otherworldly wide receiver, but they have learned to overcome things when they have players out. But what happened to them this weekend? Well, I don't understand what happened. I got to go back and look a little closer at the game, but they're on my list. And the same goes for Tampa Bay, namely Tom Brady. So let me end with this. Tom Brady is actually my number one trash ass player. So I went 3-2-1 just now. And the reason why is because his whining baby ass just throws a tantrum every time things don't go his way. I have been saying for the last 5 to 10 years, the way you beat Tom Brady is you put his ass on the ground. You do what New Orleans tends to do. They take no prisoners. They just go after it, and they will put his ass on the ground, and they will intercept that mug. And when that happens, he can't even see straight. He's so mad that somebody dared to intercept his pass. Somebody dared to put him on the ground. Somebody dared to do something to him. And from what all reports are saying is that he even told the other team's coach, "I'm gonna go F yourself," and then on the sideline throwing a tablet, looking like a doggone 5-year-old because he lost a game. Shit, grow up, man. I mean, you supposed to be the GOAT. You lose something, you can't act like that. You supposed to be the GOAT. Act damn GOAT.
All right, Guru, what you got, Guru?
All right, well, let's see. All right, let me start the thing, even though you're not even really enforcing it, but all right, here we go. First is John Harbaugh. I am so sick of these, sabermetrics with all these numbers, and numbers don't lie. I mean, the art of stupidity is fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. You had fourth down twice, and both times you let your team down by going for it on fourth down. I won't mention the quarterback's name because he's in another one of our little things that we do on this show. But this man puts you in a position to win, and I'm tired of talking about, you had injuries, man. You guys, I mean, quite frankly, he outplayed Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he actually outplayed him. He did. Now, I don't know if he's worthy of a starting quarterback job. A lot of people are making a lot of assumptions. Maybe he is. What's the guy's name who for the Rams who came out of nowhere? Kirk. What's his last name? Kirk. Kurt
Warner.
Kirk Warner. Yeah. I mean, this guy was amazing. So sometimes guys just, and he went to a pretty decent school. I mean, it's not the first time a Utah player has come out of there. Didn't the kid that they loved from last year from Washington, they loved him last year. Didn't he go to Utah? So
yes, he did go to Utah.
So I mean, and Brandon Staley, he's the ultimate idiot because not only he doubles down on his stupidity, 1 for 5 or 2 for 5 on fourth down, and this is how we play. Well, this is how you lose, you jackass. You want to keep losing? Well, keep doing the same stupid stuff and going for it on fourth down. Play, as Herm Edward once said, we play to win the game. All right? Former Jets GM Mike Tannenbaum. This dummy says that he would take Ryan Tannehill over Derrick Henry. Well, we've seen what Ryan Tannehill has done without Derrick Henry. Let me break it down. He lost to the Steelers 19-13. The Steelers of all teams. The Titans, they beat the Jaguars. This is their last 5, 20-0. You beat the Jaguars. Urban Meyer, his pathetic ass self. You got bullied by the Patriots, 36-13. You even lost to the pathetic Texans, 22-13, and then you squeaked out a win against the Saints, D-Man's team, who's on life support. But boy, they got a hell of a defense. So it's just amazing, man. You just get these idiots. They just it's just amazing. Let me see if I got any more time. Here we go. Oh yeah, Sean Marks, the general manager of the Nets, and the owner Joseph C. Tao. These two fools, tough guys, came out of their faces talking about, oh, we're gonna do what's right. We're gonna have people get tested for or vaccinated in front of the Barclays Center, the dark ass Barclays Center, probably dark outside where they do the testing too. Okay, so now all of a sudden, oh, Durant's got to play extra minutes, and you got a few people on COVID. Oh, let's bring Kyrie back. Let's bring Kyrie. Oh, let's bring Kyrie back. Oh. That's all I got.
D-Man, what you got,
Good,
D-Man?
That was
Well,
good.
you know,
Guru.
Sharon said
I
Tom
like
Brady.
that one, Guru. I did like that one.
Well, you know, Sharon said Tom Brady. I'm still gonna say the Buccaneers because they scored 0 points. My trash chat player, the Titans. They were on the Steelers logo. That was a karma for the Titans. And my third one, even though I would say Brandon Staley, another one, Jared Cook. He was showing off. That's why he dropped the ball. He could have had it for a touchdown against the Chiefs.
Yep. I agree.
All right. What you Sean, you there or you still work?
I'm here.
All right, what
He
you
man
got?
got some time. He got some
Cowgirl
time left.
Nation. Cowgirl
I can take-
Nation.
I can take his
Hey,
time.
Hey, Guru, go ahead. Just so, Guru. I don't got time for this shit today, man.
I'm just messing with you, man, because you love those cowgirls, man. I got you, player.
Hey, man. Look, my first trash ass player gonna go to Tyrod Woodley, man. You can't be on national TV getting knocked the hell out like that, man. All right, that shit. But he took that man's sneakers on national TV, bro. I can't believe this shit. Knocked him square the hell out. But my second my second trash ass player, of course, again, is Kellen Moore. I don't care. I don't care that it's impossible that your defense is giving you all these turnovers and you only put up 21 points. There's 12 turnovers in the last 3 weeks, and we barely getting that 3 touchdowns. I don't like it. Offense supposed to be like that. Kellen Moore is trash ass player of the week to me. And lastly but not least, this shit is serious, man. Stephen A. Smith, man. Stephen A. Smith is my trash ass player, period, because I don't understand, and I don't think he understands completely how strong media is. But to me, Stephen A. is taking his time with bashing black player after black player after black player, calling them out their names, traitors, and all of these kind of things like that because of their personal beliefs. Now, you may not agree with Kyrie Irving. A lot of people may not because he signed up whatever he signed up for. But his personal beliefs does not label him a traitor. It doesn't label him a traitor to his team or anything like that, in my opinion. So yeah, Stephen A., you trash for me this week.
All right. Well, listen, let me get to my trash ass players. All right. The number one trash ass player I got is the Carolina Panthers. That's right. Matt Rule, you can't get it together. Cam Newton, you ain't getting it together either. All right. And I love me some Cam, but you ain't getting it together either. Okay. So I'm gonna have to put the both of y'all on there as y'all gonna have to get together as a whole because God damn it, this is it. The next ones I got up there, I'm gonna have to say the goddamn Giants, the Giants and the Giants fans. I'm trying to figure out Giants as one. Why did you keep Mike Lennon in there for so long, as if you thought something different was gonna happen? That's the shit that I don't understand. Like you just kept him in there that long, like you thought something. You should have put Jake Foreman in there just to put him in there.
Who did they keep?
Just to get something new.
Who did they
Mike
keep in there?
Glennon.
Mike Glennon.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
I ain't mad at Mike Glennon. I ain't mad at him.
Man, they could have went to a different quarterback, man. I didn't like it at all. I didn't.
Well, didn't Fromm come in and throw an interception?
No, Fromm came in and led him down the field to a touchdown.
All 3 niggas.
He didn't throw an
close to a
interception.
touchdown. He probably did throw an interception. Shit gonna happen. You gunslinging.
All right.
But the offense was moving better. That's all I'm saying.
Couldn't have moved any worse.
Like that's all I'm saying. And last but not least, I'm gonna put on there. I'm gonna have to say the NFL for the way that they handled this COVID position when they said that they had a better handle of it this year than they did last year, and they don't. They're doing the same shit they did last year with these Tuesday games. Now, don't get me wrong. I like this Tuesday games. I'm just saying that you told us that if the team had COVID, that they was gonna forfeit the game. That's what you told us when the year started. All I know is ain't nobody been forfeiting, and we playing games on Tuesday again. So obviously what you said in the beginning, you're just a big ass liar.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to these certified players. Ron, what you got for certified?
The Hawks signed Lance Make It Dance Stevens.
Brooklyn!
Are they
Lance
serious?
back in the house.
They signed Lance Stevenson.
Yep,
Yep.
right off the G League. Yep.
I thought he was about
You know
500
what?
pounds
I'm
with me.
actually looking forward to seeing that.
To
500 pounds.
Got a 10-year contract, a 10-day
a
contract.
10-day contract.
Lance
And-
make him dance.
And I got the Lions for kicking the Cardinals' butt.
Yeah.
And all I got.
Okay. Chocolate Girl, what you got, Chocolate Girl?
Chocolate Girl is gonna give a shout out to what you call it, the Indianapolis Colts, because I really did not think that they were gonna win that game, but they showed up and showed out. Jonathan Taylor made his mark. I'm gonna give him his props. He did what he was supposed to do, what he's been doing all season. He has his name in the MVP conversation solidly now. You don't have to have any questions. Should he be on the list? There's no more questions that he should be on the list. Didn't say he's a front runner. I'm just saying he needs to be on the list. And so I gotta give respect and props out to the Indianapolis Colts overall for putting their foot up their behinds in New England the New England Patriots because I thought that they were going to win. And I'm also going to at the same time say that Bill Belichick is a certified player because for the first time in my life watching football, I had never heard him apologize for being abrupt with people. And he stood up there on that podium and apologized to the media, which was shocking to me. Don't know what's going on. Don't know if he's becoming a softie. I don't know what's going on, but I just thought that was rather interesting. And I'm also going to my last certified player. I'm gonna give it to New Orleans Saints because they went in there and they kept it up. That's 4 times now he's been unable to beat them, and they made it do what it do. So I'm gonna give a shout out to the New Orleans Saints because that defense carried that team and did what they were supposed to do.
Okay. Guru, what you got, Guru?
I gotta agree with Mr. Chocolate. Although I think he should be the front runner for MVP, and that's this Jonathan Taylor kid. I mean, Wentz only threw the ball like 10 times. I mean, so it wasn't because of him that they won. He was pathetic. He was actually trying to lose.
Balling. He's balling.
5.
Yeah, he only threw it 5 times.
5 times.
He's balling.
But 57
He's
yards.
balling, man. He's balling.
No, he wasn't balling that game, cuz.
5 times.
He was terrible. I mean, he was terrible. He was a joke. I mean, come on.
He managed the game. He managed the game.
Well, that's if that's managing the game. Well, here go your
That's
Eagles.
all he did.
So okay, moving. Oh, let me start the. Sorry, dear, I forgot what the time.
I thought Booby scored, boy. I was about to jump out the seat. I thought Booby scored.
Yeah. So also, this kid, Hunley, he was unbelievable. He was just unbelievable. I just thought it was so pathetic that Harbaugh took the and that play that they ran was so weak. You had 2 receivers. One side, it basically was similar to the play that you ran 2 weeks before that didn't work, and where you only had 1 receiver. And this actually, the second time was actually a worse play than the first time. Because at least the other guy was open, the tight end. He was open. He was. I don't know if that was the same receiver, but he wasn't really open. He tried to stick it in there. It was admirable, but it was almost an impossible play to make. I'm gonna give a lot of credit to this man, Mike Tomlin. I don't know if he's gonna keep this streak going. To me, the Steelers are trash. One week they play, one week they don't play, one week they, but this man, somehow he just continues to just win. He just, as who said it? Win, baby, win. That's all Mike Tomlin does. That's all he knows. Wide receivers, people criticize him if he didn't do this or he didn't do that. As he said a few minutes ago, he says, I want people, I guess he was talking about the guy that they let go that's on the Kansas City now, the linebacker. And he was saying basically, hey, look, he didn't want to be here. So if Tomlin is telling you he didn't want to be there, he didn't want to be there. And he's really upfront about it. If you don't want to play for the Steelers, kiss ass, basically. Jump in a lake.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the man says, man. So give him a lot of credit, man. He's just a hell of a coach, man. Sometimes he get on my last nerve, but he's just great, man. I just have to give this brother his due. Now, I don't like the fact that Tomlin doesn't have the control that he should have, like Belichick, all these other coaches, and that's the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just like the Giants. Giants are the same way. They didn't want to give Jerry Reese or any other general manager the control, but that's because of the family that owns the particular team. That's not Tomlin's fault. They would be a lot better off if they probably did give him more decision-making power, because he's a brilliant man. He's a general. Reminds me of he's a black Maximus anyway. That's what I should call him. So Mike Tomlin, man, you unbelievable. And last but not least, and I thank Ron for bringing this to my attention, Isaiah Thomas. This guy scored 40 or 50 points in the G League, and he was unbelievable. In our first game, scored 19 points. Maybe not unbelievable, but just to come out and score 19 points the way he did. Second game, I think he scored about 13 or 14. Why was this guy in the league? How could you not be in the league? We got so many people on the team that's like terrible, who can't do a damn thing, to be honest with you. And yet here's a guy who comes off the street literally and does his thing, man. So I got it, and I'm so happy for him, man. I'm so happy for him, man. I like to see that. So although I think this whole, the NBA with their, we're gonna play, and Adam Silver today saying that we're gonna fight through it. Yeah, you're gonna fight through it because you want that money, man. Last thing y'all want is that Christmas Day game to be canceled. So y'all gonna fight and fight and fight. All this is about is money. You ain't getting none of my damn money. You're gonna get my $100 after the midway part of the season, because I'll pay for the league pass then, because I can't tape it on this other contraption I have. But once that happens, that's it. That's all you're getting from me. And maybe I was thinking about getting a jersey, but with my fat ass self, I don't even know if I look right in it. So Isaiah Thomas.
D-man.
For me, it's Cameron Jordan. He had 100 career sacks, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble on Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
And another certified player, Travis Kelce, had 2 touchdowns and a game-winning touchdown in overtime. And my third one, shout out to Sharon Mullen, TJ Watt had a sack on Ryan Tannehill.
Yep, and with that sack, he broke the single season sack record set by the great James Harrison. So, people still trying not to give him his props and trying not to give him that defensive player of the year. And every week he comes back and does something else great. And people are still trying to deny that he is a defensive player of the year. I'm not saying that he's the only.
He missed about how many games, Sharon, he missed though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He missed so many games, but yet he's still the leader. How does that happen?
No, but in that one category, there's other people that
player of the year. How does that happen?
Well, but isn't there other positions that have had great season? The kid on the Cowboys got damn near 10 interceptions. somebody else got, a lot of good statistics too. It's a lot of guys out there have played longer than him in terms of the year. Now he's had a great year when he's been out there. I agree with you. But there's other players, that come to mind that have also had tremendous years. You got to give those guys credit too, who have been there.
Well, when did I say I wasn't giving them credit, Guru? I ain't said a word about. I did not say a word about any other.
Okay,
let me respond to what you're saying.
Are you saying?
I didn't say anything about what anybody else has done. What I am saying is that what TJ Watt is doing and has done this season deserves the DPOY. Period. I'm not saying that other players didn't do great things. Yes, they have. I got a top 5 list, just like everybody else watching football does. But what I'm saying when it comes to that award, damn it, he needs to get that award. He deserves it. He has earned it. He was robbed last year. So fine, that was last year. But this year, for him, even despite COVID, despite injuries, every time he comes back, he is a difference maker on that team. The team doesn't even, as trash as the team is, they find a way to win when he's on the field. When he's not, it is very difficult for them to win without this player. Even the offense plays different when he's on the field. He is a difference maker for that team. So it's not just about the stats, but for you to play fewer games and still get more than anybody else, I'm sorry that you can't just look at that like that's nothing. I'm not going to do that. And everybody want to talk about Micah Parsons. Okay, I'm not taking anything away from Myles Garrett or Micah Parsons. I just happen to feel with the season and the way that he has impacted his team that he's better. Not better, but he deserves that award this season. And remember, y'all, it is a season by season award. Right. So
I can't. Now I will say this, Ms. Chocolate. He is. You're right. When he does play, the Steelers are a different team. I give you that. But I'm not a Cowboy fan. I wouldn't say I hate that. I'm not Stephen A. Smith. I really don't care about the Cowgirls. I kind of make fun with them, and even you could ask Sean that. I don't really get into that. That's not a big deal to me. But I will say this: that Micah Parsons, to me, he's the defensive player of the year. Nobody has done more. He's played like 2 or 3 different positions. I mean, I realize he's a rookie, I believe. I think he's a rookie or second year, whatever he is. And
he's a rookie. So, yeah, he deserves a rookie. He deserves the rookie to play defensive player of the year.
Yes. But why doesn't he deserve both? I mean, he's been the most impacted. Both. He's been the most impacted player on defense to anybody in the league, in my opinion. Now I don't know how Sean feels about that. Sean,
I don't agree with that. No,
Sean, do you feel that? Sean, do you feel I'm right? Because you're a Cowboy fan.
Yes, I do.
Listen, I'm a Cowboy fan too. I like this. My Steelers is my team, but I am also a Cowboy fan. And I'm telling you, in my opinion, no, I don't agree with that. I don't agree that he has impacted more than any other play. No, I don't agree with that.
I don't even think it's close because
the Cowboys are not winning the way that he plays. He's outstanding every game.
Yes,
it doesn't. No, they're not.
They are.
They're not because even in
those guys. Sean.
Okay, wait a minute, Guru. Let me finish my sentence.
Yeah, but
let me finish my sentence. You won't let me finish.
Go ahead.
My sentence. What I mean by what I said is they've lost games when he has played outstanding. They have lost games.
TJ, every game every time TJ's been on the field and he's played badly, they won. Or he hasn't played good, they lost. They won.
Yes. Go look it up.
I don't know. I don't
say this because I didn't know, Guru. I wouldn't say honestly, it.
But I know what I've seen, and I've seen Steelers.
I care what you've seen. I'm telling you what is. I'm telling you what is.
This guy has. First of all, he's impacted from the defensive line, from the secondary. There's very few people in the league who can guard somebody on the perimeter and then go and get a quarterback. They're comparing him to Lawrence Taylor.
I got you.
They're
you're telling me because you think I don't know all this. I know all this. You don't have to. You don't have to waste time telling me what this dude has done.
I'm making my argument.
But you don't have to argue with me. You don't have to argue with me.
I'm not arguing with you.
You don't have
to. I'm just making a point that I disagree, and I'm all for Parsons to win it.
You've already said that.
Because of number one, because Watt has not played. He's missed about 2 or 3, or maybe even more games than that. I know I've seen him out of at least 2 or 3 games. And so you can't give him, yes, he has. He missed one game where he didn't even play. Another game he was limping off the damn field. I saw him limping off the field like a little girl. Okay?
Didn't say that he didn't miss any, Guru.
He was limping off the game. Oh, I gotta get out of here. I'm hurt. Okay? That's part of football. Okay? And I like I said, I don't like the Cowgirls, but I gotta give that young man the credit. And the only reason I'm passionate about it is because here in New York, we got the New York Giant fans or the New Jersey Giant fans talk about, oh, he can't compare him to Lawrence Taylor. Why the hell can't you? Why? Because he didn't rape nobody? Because he's not a sex offender?
That's the
only reason.
All right. So anyway, like I was saying, we can agree to disagree. That's fine. But my opinion, T.J. Watt deserves the Defensive Player of the Year. I'm not gonna sway from that. Nothing you said changes my mind on that.
And nothing you said changes my mind.
I'm not taking anything away from.
Let's have a vote on the panel.
Let's have a vote on the panel. I don't need a
Dennis,
vote on the panel. I don't give a darn about the vote on the panel.
Okay, yeah, but why don't you give a darn? Everybody on the air.
Because I don't care. It's still not going to change my opinion. My opinion is going to be what it is. I'm not going to change.
I want to know what the people think.
Well, you keep yelling. When you're done, Dennis, when he's finished yelling, then I'll continue.
Dennis, let's have an informal poll where you ask everybody in the crowd.
Let him go ahead and yell it out, Sean.
Who they think is the defensive player?
You're not letting nobody else talk. You gotta let Sean answer first.
No, let him go ahead and yell it out.
We was on Dalton certified players, man. Damn, can we finish Dalton?
Dalton finished.
He was finished. I waited until he finished before and I piggybacked on what he said about T.J. Watt. T.J. Watt was his last person. That's how it started. So only thing I'm saying to you, Guru, is I don't need a poll. I don't need a poll because what everybody else is going to say on this poll is not going to affect my opinion. It's going to still be the way it is. Now, if you want a poll because you need to have people agreeing with you and you need to prove to me I'm wrong because they're agreeing with you, I don't care. But I'm saying to you, in my opinion, from what I have looked at, I'm still talking. Can I finish my sentence? And you can say whatever you want to say. Can I finish my sentence? All right. So what I'm saying to you is, never mind. That's okay. You had the floor. Go ahead and you keep talking.
All I was saying is that it doesn't change my opinion either. So we're even there. So yes, I did want to know what the people, why did they watch the show? What the hell are they out in the thread for? I want to know what they think.
Don't make this about the viewers, Guru.
Why not?
That's not why you care about a poll, and you know it. But that's fine. You go ahead and you can go ahead and tell that to somebody else that believes. Go ahead.
My certified player.
When I'm on the show, I'm about the viewers.
I didn't say that when you on the show, you not about the viewers. I said you don't care about this poll for the viewers. Now you care about the viewers, yes you do, but nobody cares about them any more than I do. I care about the viewers too. That's why I've been here.
I never said you didn't.
So I mean, don't put implications in what you're saying.
Anytime
don't bring up irrelevant stuff to try to beef up your argument.
For me, it's not irrelevant.
To the next person.
Anytime
the next person certified.
That's comment to me. I always answer my comments.
Can I let me get Sean in here. Sean, what you got for certified?
But your Wi-Fi ain't working well, Sean.
My bad. I had walked away from the phone.
I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now? God damn. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. My certified player, well, first one anyway, goes to the man that showed me how to take another man's sneakers on national TV, Jake Paul. My guy. Way to bring that knockout. Then after that, the Cowboys defense in general. I think the reason why Micah Parsons gets off, the reason why Trayvon Diggs gets off, because that defense is playing with some real camaraderie right now. They're all playing together. They all believe in one another. That's all it is, honestly. But Micah Parsons is the real deal. I like T.J. Watt just as much. And Sharon to tell you, I love T.J. Watt. I bring T.J. Watt up a lot. So as long as T.J. Watt or Micah Parsons get the award, I don't give a shit. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like they both equally deserve the shit.
Well, let me ask you a question, Sean.
Parsons can wait though.
Let me ask you a question. You know more than I do because you watch every Cowgirl game. A lot of those guys, Lawrence and a few other guys, have not even been there the whole year. Y'all recently just got your defense whole. Other than the guy who gets all the interceptions, your defense hasn't been whole. Other than Parsons and the kid and he's been burnt about 2 or 3 times in the last couple of weeks. So, but the guy who's been steady, the guy that's been steady is Parsons.
Yeah, okay. Parsons is a problem. Parsons is a beast. I'm not taking that away from Parsons, but
Lawrence Taylor,
I'm not either. I'm not either.
Parsons, I listen. I've been saying since day one, Parsons is Khalil Mack 2.0. He's everything Khalil Mack should be.
He's faster than him, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He is a lot faster than Khalil Mack. But it's that ferocity that he plays with. I like the way Michael Parsons plays football. You watched a little bit of the Hard Knocks, and Vander Esch is telling him to calm down to let the game come to him, and he's like, "Yo, I want to get it off." So it's just like, yeah, I like that. I like that.
Don, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Don, you're
Like,
right. You're right. I watch Hard Knocks too. He's amazing.
Yeah, he is.
Like I said, I'm not taking anything away from him. But in my opinion,
TJ Watt's my guy, though. You know that.
I got to award one player
Watt's
this season, it'd be TJ Watt. That's who it would be.
That's my guy. You know, I love TJ Watt. I always think highly of Watt. That's my guy. I love TJ Watt, but he's another one of my favorite 5 players. Like you said, the whole team. You remember that year that Zeke got suspended, or just when Zeke was the man? The Cowboys just played differently when Ezekiel Elliott was playing football. When he didn't, the whole team just wouldn't play right. I felt like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like TJ Watt, Ray Lewis, people like that just have that kind of value to their team. So yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. So I mean, for a certified, Yeah. Just Jake Paul, Cowboys defense, and Nick Sirianni for calling a beautiful game. I'm fucking around. Go ahead.
You ain't shit. Just want to let you know you ain't shit. Just want to let you know that you ain't shit. I personally want to say that that defensive player of the year is a tough award. My pick is personally different than everybody else's. I'm still picking Trayvon Diggs. That's what I'm still picking.
Even though he got burnt like 3 times.
Hey, listen, you're only gonna get burnt like that if you're trying to be a thief. Okay? You're only going to get burnt like that if you're trying to be a thief. And since he got 10 of them, I'll take 10 more burns, okay?
Dennis, wait.
Got 10 of them.
Dennis, was Osawa a thief?
Right. Osawa wasn't no fucking thief, exactly. Shit, I don't even know too many corners that had 10 like that. I've been watching football a long, long time. I don't know too many corners
No.
Well, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question, Dennis. Let me ask you this question. One of the reasons why you have to realize that is because the Deons of the world and Revis Allen, they wouldn't throw to their side. For whatever reason, they keep throwing to this young man's side, and he keeps burning them. Except for the 2 or 3 times he got burnt. Out of 10 times, he got burnt 3 or 4 times. That's still a great ratio. But Deion never had that many interceptions. Revis never had that many interceptions.
No, they wouldn't throw to their side. And I again, like I said, those are great corners. Those guys are great corners. They are legendary Hall of Fame corners. But they wouldn't throw to their side. That's absolutely right. My other certified player that I was giving out there was Jared Goff for the way he was balling against the Arizona Cardinals. And I got to give love to Tyler Huntley and the Baltimore Ravens all the way up into that 2-point conversion. But definitely got to give love to them for that because I believe Tyler Huntley should be a starting quarterback in this league. And, a lot of other people say, oh, he fits the scheme. Well, shit, they got a scheme for everybody on every team. Shit. Kirk Cousins, they got a scheme for his ass.
Hell, how many
if you see that's the scheme that's working, give him that same damn scheme on another team.
But they say I heard people say today, oh, he only did this once or whatever amount of times. That Jimmy G didn't even hardly play, and they gave him $160 million.
Exactly.
And they schemed for his ass.
What?
They sure did. Hey, Dennis,
and I would have made that pass in the Super Bowl too. I would have hit that guy.
What you think about Huntley? What you think about Huntley on the Steelers, Dennis?
Huntley on the Steelers wouldn't be bad. Mm-hmm. Huntley on the Steelers. I thought about Huntley going to the teams though. I thought him going to the Falcons, and I thought about him going to the Denver.
They give me Cordell Stewart vibes. They give me Cordell Stewart vibes, Sharon.
No, the Falcons need to keep what's his name? Matty Ice. Yeah, they need to keep him.
Ain't no
No.
ice there. That
Wait a
shit
minute.
water.
Wait a minute. Like Dennis
He water.
called it, water
That's
ice.
the name that
Water
they
ice.
gave that man.
Water
Water
ice.
ice.
Yeah.
Water ice.
Water ice.
Betty water ice.
Yeah, no, keep him down there in Atlanta. Atlanta don't
No.
need Huntley.
No.
Mm. Keep him right on down there.
No.
What you mean? No,
He got water ice. AKA
that's your man.
Matt
That's your
Ryan,
man's down there. That's your
AKA
man.
Sports Guru. They all got to go.
Why you
Yeah,
calling
that's-
sports guru? I wouldn't take that if I was you. If I was
They
you,
all
guru,
got to
No,
go.
take that.
Ron's always attacking me, and I'm gonna quit the show if you keep doing it, Ron.
Bye-bye.
Okay, okay, Dennis. Can I read these comments?
Yes, read the comments. I'm sorry. Yes, read the comments.
Thanks,
Ron.
Ron.
Read the comments. We're gonna let you give a certified player.
So it only went back to TJ Watt missed 2.5 games. Yep, that's about it. 2.5 games. Let me see. OG laughing at you, Guru. What's up, OG? And Ricky Bobby, what's up? Ricky Bobby said, good grief. And OG said, oh damn, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what these comments are about now.
I think it's about Sharon
And,
and Guru's getting heated. That's what I think what OG is referring to.
Oh well, nah, we ain't never heated though, but I know what you mean. I know Guru loved me. I'm like his sister. I know that. Hey, y'all ever notice though when I make these statements, Guru don't say a word. He just
He
sit
don't
there
say
and
nothing. He
smile.
just smiles.
He don't say
Man,
nothing.
smile hard as shit. Man,
Smile
motherfucker
like
say
this.
it's
So
all
he don't
drip, boy.
he don't
Minute.
co-sign and
I'm
agree.
gonna start calling him Lester. That's what I'm gonna start
Oh
calling him.
Lord.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna start calling him
jeez.
Lester.
I'll tell you something about that name.
Ron
Lester
don't want me.
later.
Ron
But
don't want
I
me on
don't
the
think
show.
he want to be called Lester.
I'm deeply hurt. Ron want me off the show. I'm
Oh.
hurt. I'm really hurt. I'm really
You
hurt
can't listen
deep
to
in the
Ron.
heart.
Ron be drunk. You can't listen to Ron. But anyway, Ricky
Man,
Bobby
listen
said,
to me.
Ricky Bobby said, why are you stepping on her time? Dalton said, Jerry. Dalton said, Jerry.
But he want me to show
So
my
that was
titties.
pretty
Is that what
good.
he want?
No.
That was pretty
No.
No.
Okay, so here comes Mr. Ace. Hi, Ace. He had to put Bosa's stats. Number one in what's
Tackle
TFLs,
for
y'all?
loss.
Tackle for
Yeah,
loss.
that's it. Tackle for loss with 18. Number one in quarterback hits for 28. Number
He ain't
two
on the
in
Bills,
pressures
Ace.
for
He ain't
43.
on the Bills,
And
Ace.
number three in sacks for 14. We
Which
all know
Bosa is
Bosa's
that? Is that the
stats.
one on
He
San
ain't
Francisco?
defensive player of the year. Okay, that's it.
He ain't on the Bills either.
Ricky
Tell him.
Bobby said,
Stop talking to
bro,
us
and
about
then
playing
Dalton
for the
Smith
Bills.
said, welcome to Jerry Springer show. And Yuri said, this is supposed to be a show, please stop. And Ricky Bobby said, I'm a viewer. I love to mute Mega Mouth for 2 minutes. He's talking about you, Guru. And then Aaron Bowles said,
Who's this guy Yuri? Because he keeps
Yuri
video
is a
chatting
nice
with me.
guy.
But, no, hold on. Let me finish.
No, Guru.
No, I'll talk to you about it later.
You can't talk about
Later.
Don't talk about
No,
Yuri.
but
You can't talk about
it's
Yuri.
not. It's funny. It's
No.
not bad. It's
Hey,
not bad.
okay.
I'm just
Not
gonna say, Yuri, I only video chat with women. I'm just gonna
Oh, okay.
All right. So I'm just
Ricky
gonna
Bobby said, I'm a viewer. I'm a mute Mega Mouth for 2 minutes. And then Aaron Bowles said, Merry Christmas, everybody. I don't know. I guess AB trying to smooth the water. I don't know.
Merry Christmas,
And
AB.
then JC said, this is great content. AB said, TJ is a defensive player of the year. Micah is a defensive rookie of the year. That's my vote. That's what I got written down. That Micah is defensive player, rookie of the year, but not defensive player of the year. That's just the way it is. But anyway, JC Day, Aaron Bowles, thank you. And then JC also said they're not going to give a rookie AP defensive player of the year. Well, I thought that too, JC, but what do I know? And Jay Jones said, what up, y'all? Yuri said Michael Parsons is a boss. A said Merry, M-A-R-R-Y, Christmas, LOL. Ricky Bobby said the season of giving. Try giving someone a chance to talk, LOL. And then JC said they're not going to give defensive player of the year to Diggs because he given up the most receivers. And And then JC also said they did the same too. That Miami cornerback last year, he has 10 plus,
Yeah,
and
10
he
interceptions
didn't
last
get
year.
it either. Yeah, and he
Right.
didn't get it either. JC
Xavier
Davis
Howard.
also said, but I don't know how you remember all these players' names because I keep forgetting them. He said, but he does have a nose for the ball and a ball. He's a ball magnet. A said Rashad Penny is a certified player. Rashad
What?
Penny.
Hell
That's
no.
what he said. Rashad Penny.
Juke, no,
What's up, Juke? What's up, Juke?
Juke?
Juke said Bieniemy or Leftwich for Jags next head coach. Yeah. And then Ace reminded us all that the trash ass player is Urban Meyer. Yes, that's too easy. But yes, we would all agree. I think Juke. I'm surprised Guru didn't say nothing about him this.
Yeah, we just got him last week.
Oh, I know, but I thought you would revisit because he's such trash. Because he's still talking about it as if it's not his fault.
I feel sorry for Urban Meyer, to be honest with you.
Oh my gosh. Juke said Jimmy G had the same stats as Cap and got paid. JC said, can I jump on and give my certified players? Put them in the comments, JC. And then Eric said, Matt ain't the problem. I'll gladly keep Ice. Eric said that Matt ain't the problem. Matty Ice, water ice ain't the problem. Eric Parker said that ain't the problem. Mrs. Thomas said, hey, y'all, just came on, been sick. Well, feel better, April.
Cousin April. Feel better, Cousin April.
Feel better, April. And then AB said the last guy to do such a thing was LT 40 years ago. And A said, whoever posted this show has it as we know that's your boy. I'm trying to get in there and correct it. I can't get in there. I don't know.
Christmas like that. I know why.
Yeah, I know it. But I was trying to correct it, but I couldn't get in there. But go ahead. That's all the comments.
All right. Go ahead, Ethan.
Oh, welcome,
man.
Ethan. Hey, Ethan.
How you doing, guys? Just got home from work.
Bills, Ethan.
Hey, we won on Sunday, so I'm all good.
I'm messing with you.
Lord,
you better win this Sunday.
No kidding. I'm looking forward to that game.
You already said you got to get his friend request, Sharon.
Let's see. Trash ass players. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the family show here, but TAP.
This ain't no family show. The Guru's on here. Keep telling y'all that.
That's a fact. That's a fucking fact.
I was trying to make a joke. But anyway.
Don't do me. Oh my bad. I got me my mic.
Calm down.
I said, go, Booby.
You're good. I'm watching this stuff too, Dennis. I'm watching your team. Man, Sanders taking a ride.
Why would they put both games on at the same time?
Are you gonna get your players or not?
That's a damn good question. Trash ass player. No, nobody. I didn't hear nobody say it, but Cam Newton. Well, Dennis, I think, said it, but Cam Newton.
Dennis said it.
But
man, that's bullshit, man. How you gonna put Cam Newton on? They didn't have a field goal kicker.
Let the man talk,
Guru. Let him finish his list, Guru.
They didn't have a field goal kicker. Y'all would have lost.
Let the man talk, Guru.
Let that man talk so we get the next thing, man.
Yeah, that's blasphemy, man. That's blasphemy.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Stephen A. Smith.
This damn Ron is right. Ron is right by calling you long-winded. My goodness.
Long-winded. That's what I'm going to call him for now.
Even Stephen A. Smith called out Cam. So.
Well, he called out every black person in America except for himself. He got COVID now.
Lord,
no, he doesn't call out every black person. That's not true.
Sean did his whole thing on him earlier tonight.
I heard.
I think you're 100% right.
Bad Mafia.
Yeah, I mean, but if Cam's that good as you say, as you've been claiming that he is, he should be able to still be able to.
If you don't give another trash ass player and stop going back and forth with the Guru, let him be quiet. Damn.
What?
Let that sleeping dog sleep. Shit.
Let that sleeping dog
Sorry, I got to pick on him. No, but anyways.
You called me at 7:00 in the morning.
I did not call you. I texted you. There's a difference.
Oh God! It did ding 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 ding.
I sent
Wake
you
my ass up.
I sent you one message.
Bad Mafia, Ethan.
I said, yeah, I know. I'm going with the Lions. They didn't expect that to come out of
Get in
that
there.
game. And last but not least, I'm going with the Saints defense. Shutting out Tom Brady ain't easy.
Well, he lost three of
That's a
skilled
certain fact.
receivers, skilled players. That didn't help him.
Hey, they still made it happen.
Oh, you got Ethan?
Yeah, that was my trash ass, and then my.
I want this one too.
There you go.
Uh,
My niggas done that shit right
All
now.
right, let's go, Ron. Let's get those beautiful questions.
what are your family Christmas traditions?
All right. My family Christmas
You gonna
traditions,
go?
even though I don't think it's a tradition, but it better be some ham at somebody's house for Christmas.
Some ass?
All right. It got to be a Christmas
some
ham
ass?
around.
It's gonna be
Now,
some ass at somebody's house.
Lester, aka Long Witness.
Oh, wait a minute. That
shit,
cannot be your only
Let me break it.
tradition. It's the ham. Come on now.
As far as I know of,
That's it?
if you ask me which one I want, if you ask me what I want,
No. He
No,
said, what are
your
your family traditions?
tradition.
You
What
said
you
that
do
having
as-
ham, but what else?
everything else is a mystery in my family. Y'all think I'm BSing. Everything else is a
I
mystery.
think you BSing. I don't believe you. There's
You know
something
what?
else that y'all do every Christmas.
Like
No.
me, I watch
It's a mystery.
the Christmas Story every Christmas since I was 9 years
my fault.
old.
We listen to Mariah Carey.
Oh, God.
You asked for it.
man.
I'm gonna give it to you. I tried to be nice to get out of here, but you asked for it.
What
All
else,
right.
Dennis? What else? There has to be something else besides all I want for Christmas and eating ham.
Yeah, I mean, we
Oh
talking
my
about traditions
God,
that's guaranteed every
whack-ass
year.
song.
Is Mariah
Guaranteed.
Carey and ham. That's guaranteed every year.
All right.
All right, I'll go. And for if we're going food first, since Dennis did that, my mom makes one of the best seafood casseroles with real lobster and all that, crab meat, the whole 9 yards.
Okay.
Seafood
Most-
Alfredo.
Is that cold?
No.
No.
No, Lester,
Then,
aka Long
then,
Witness.
hold on.
Go ahead, Guru. What's your
Wait a minute.
traditions?
Wait a minute.
No, I'm sorry. Let him finish. I'm sorry. I just
Oh,
want to
I
know.
thought he
I
was
didn't know.
finished.
I want to know what it was. Like when he said, like, is it a
Oh,
cold?
it's a seafood Alfredo.
Oh, okay. Like with the cream sauce.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah. I haven't had. Yeah, that's probably real good.
it's really good. Anyway, besides that, we always watch It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay.
That's a classic. Oh, but that's about like Dennis said. There's just a few things that are that are like staples. Everything else is up for grabs, pretty much.
D-Man.
Or Guru.
Well, opening presents
That's
and watching a football game. And of course, eating my favorite food.
You get a hamburger?
Yep.
You right? Yeah.
Sean,
For now,
Sean?
yeah, we're gonna put it on the side of it. You. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. But we do lasagna on Christmas.
I see. I see you, Dennis. I see you. I know why too.
All right, Sean.
We do lasagna on Christmas. And whoop
Anything
my
else?
ass. I don't get my ass kicked on Christmas every year.
Dang. Sean.
The kids jump me. Something like that. Something crazy.
Oh no. That was not an interception.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
was.
was.
All right. So on Christmas,
Oh, you might be right.
Yeah,
Got-
the ball hit
hit
the ground
hit the
actually.
turf.
Sean.
I'm just waiting. Y'all just keep talking.
Sorry.
I'll wait.
Go ahead,
I'm done
Sharon.
talking. So
Sorry.
go ahead, Sharon.
I Well, we have big traditions in our family. We always eat dinner together, of course. One of us will get together and decide to cook breakfast for the family. So we all go over to somebody's house for breakfast, but it's a very light breakfast, very light. And that's usually when we watch the little kids open all their gifts early in the morning, right? And then we go back to each other's houses. You go back to your house for the main dinner, which is going to be later. When I was a kid, basketball wasn't shown on Christmas. It was still football. So we would catch a football game and eat dinner. And we always sung Christmas carols. Our family is a very musical family. We had a piano. So we would play the piano and sing all the Christmas songs we could think of. Or my mother would put the Christmas album on and we would sing. There's also there's a tradition on what we eat. We always had turkey and prime rib and ham on Christmas, but we didn't just have ham. We had to have, all the trimmings and everything. And Christmas was always spent with a lot of family, but a lot of our family friends would come over with their kids and bring us gifts, and we would give them gifts. So we look forward to seeing our friends on Christmas too. That's the tradition. But now that it's changed since my mom and dad have passed, it's just my sister and I and our kids. And our kids have kids and all that. So we all get together to watch the young ones open the gifts. And we watch, the basketball game and just sit and talk and usually spend a whole day with each other. Just being glad that we have family at Christmas.
Okay.
And singing Christmas carols. We still do that.
Very nice.
Long-winded.
Well, the one thing I know is until the NBA screwed it up, it seemed like the Knicks was on every year on Christmas Day. And I always watched the Knicks, and that was always like a tradition, just watching the Knicks every Christmas Day. So I remember that being something that I just enjoyed, even though they were bad. I'll never forget that I think it was Trent Tucker with the shot with like 0 point whatever seconds left. And that actually caused the NBA to go to those 10th of the seconds because I guess technically they said that shot was no good. And then, because of the, now I guess you have to have more than 3/10 of a second to actually get a shot off without, a catch and shoot or a tip. Well, actually not even a catch and shoot or a tip. And so that was because I believe of the Trent Tucker Christmas Day miracle at Madison Square Garden. Still to this day, one of my favorite places. Me and my daughter sort of grew up there, going to so many Knicks games and seeing the Knicks and all great things. One thing about Madison Square Garden is it's one of the great places to watch a game. They have this place where you can go in there and eat and play stop and shot, pop a shot. When I say stop and shot, pop a shot, and I just remember doing those little things with my daughter, and that's a beautiful thing. Another tradition that we always had was basically opening our gifts after midnight. Like my mother would allow us to open up. When my brother was here, God rest his soul, he died. I think 13 years ago. She would always let us at midnight. We could open up a gift. So that was I couldn't wait, man. I couldn't. I was just one of those kids that just could never wait, and I just love opening up. Midnight come, open up that gift. So at least one gift. For a while it was just one gift every hour, whatever it was. But that was something that we did. And other than that, there was one other thing that the Christmas. As far as food is concerned, nothing really, consistent. Of course, most people eat. There was no one dish or anything like that. But those two things, the Knicks and then the opening up the gifts, that's what I remember the most.
That sounds nice. Can I ask a question, Ron?
Yeah.
Did anybody? I did not mention that we always watched Die Hard in Trading Places, and there was one more Christmas movie, just another movie. but we would always end up watching it. Would always come on TV, so we didn't have to worry about a videotape or none of that
Right.
or DVD because it always came on TV Christmas Day, so we would watch those movies too. But I didn't watch It's a Wonderful Life. I've only seen that movie one time. But the other movies, other Christmas movies, like White Christmas, we always watch White Christmas with Bing Crosby. We always did that. And like now, I don't watch White Christmas, but now usually every Christmas I end up watching Color Purple, The Color Purple. I don't know why, but I watch that, and I watch Die Hard and Die Hard 2.
Like
Very nice.
ever since I was 9 years old, I've been watching the Christmas Story every year,
Oh yeah.
and
You should
that's
try
my
it.
own that's my own tradition that I do for myself. So,
Well, one thing I'd like to add, I forgot. One show I always watch, and it was like Ron Thomas just said. I used to watch March of the Wooden Soldiers. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that before, but that came on every Christmas, and I always used to watch March of the Wooden Soldiers. That's a classic. I used to love that. I haven't watched it in many years, but I remember I must have watched it 10, 15 years in a row because I just as a little boy I loved that show. That was just I love that.
Hey.
March of the Wooden. If anybody
Yes.
ever has a chance, watch March of the Wooden Soldiers. It's kind of like an old-fashioned, old-school movie, yesteryear, but it's a classic. And I think if you have young kids like 5, 8, 9 years old, I think they would love it because there's not a lot of things that kids can watch today.
Did you ever used to watch the Rockettes? The Rockettes always do their Christmas thing. They always show the Rockettes on TV. At least they used to.
mhm.
Yeah, they just recently they just closed down their shows for the rest of the year.
Right.
Oh God, I saw them, a few times. Not like a tradition or anything, but certainly I definitely was aware of the Rockettes. Not as much as probably I should have been because it is a tremendous organization, so to speak. Just those it's an incredible. The Rockettes is almost worldwide, I believe. They have such a reputation.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I
to
just
add
remember
thing to it,
they used to come on all the time. Go ahead, D-Man.
well, since you brought the movie, like not every year, but usually I watch Bad Santa on Christmas Day or Christmas week.
I know you love that movie. I remember you saying that. You love Bad Santa.
Okay.
Hey Ron, can I read a few of these comments? It's not
Yep.
very many.
Yeah.
All right. So Eric Parker said Tom Brady looked just like Matt Ryan without blocking and wide receivers. Guess he was the problem Sunday. And A said Rams looked horrible. AB said Guru was sipping on some Henny before the show. He reckless today. A said, hold up. Cam threw a pass to a tight end and missed it by 5 miles. You know what, me and Ace, me and you gonna talk about that pass. We're gonna talk about that play because I saw that play broken down, and I have a lot to say about that pass. But anyway, OG laughed, and Yuri said Cam Newton needs to be benched the rest of the season. Ricky Bobby said we need Hurts to put up 30 points. Yeah, y'all gonna win this game. By the way, Dennis. Ace said opening presents. Yep. And then OG said to Dennis, not the closet eating ham. So he must have heard the ham story from Dennis. AB said that he drinks and eats edibles on that's his Christmas tradition.
Praise God for AB. AB, praise God for you and the edibles that
I do. We also watch the Wiz too. We got to watch the Wiz, man.
Oh yeah, we do watch the Wiz. That's a
The Wiz,
Christmas movie we watch. Ace said watching the basketball game on Christmas. I guess I did when I was young, but I just don't remember it as much as I do the football games at Thanksgiving. But anyway, Die Hard and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That's what Ricky Bobby watches. And King Czar in the comments. What's up, Czar? Said what's up to Dennis and us, all of us. And then A said, I'll be oversharing. That's the dope way to spend Christmas. And I told him that he can come on down. It's always a good time at our house. And what's his name? Ricky Bobby said, prime rib, I'm in. Let me tell you, some of the best prime rib I've ever
Hey,
had.
I know
I
you
was just
trying
gonna
to
say
have
when you
There,
said
my
prime
mama.
rib, I'm like, man.
I don't know where she used to get this prime rib from, but I have not found any like it since. Die Hard is in fact a Christmas movie. Yes, it is. Ace. And OG King Czar said A Christmas Story was bomb. And Ricky
Right.
Bobby said something. I missed it now.
Oh,
Anyway,
we
you
also
can go
watched The
ahead,
Grinch
Ron.
Stole Christmas too. The Grinch.
Yes.
Oh, that's my Jim Carrey
But
Grinch.
They-
that
they
doesn't.
re-
But that
That's the one.
doesn't. That doesn't come.
I like
that
the
doesn't
cartoon.
come
See,
on. That
I
doesn't
like the
come on Christmas though. It comes up on the
Nah, I
days
watch
leading
it.
up to Christmas.
I
Yeah.
watch it.
I
watch
like
it
the
on Christmas
cartoon
Eve all
one
the
better
time.
myself.
No, I like
Yeah.
I like Jim Carrey's hilarious.
So Ricky Bobby said
I'm
the
sorry.
big family Christmas party with the white elephant gift game. He said the family be fighting. I can see that. I would love to be there for that. See that family, see your family fighting, Ricky Bobby. And he also said Home Alone. Did everybody watch Home Alone?
Yes, I was getting ready.
Yes.
I was getting ready to say that too. Yep.
Yeah. A said he liked Elf. I didn't like Elf.
Yeah,
It was okay. It's not my favorite Christmas movie though.
yeah, I've seen better.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the
Oh, yeah.
Snowman. Yep.
Mhm.
Bad Santa. Nah, I just can't get with the Bad Santa. But I know that's Dalton loves that movie because he talked about it. He's talked about it quite a few times.
I remember one time my 6th grade year, I was asking the teacher, like, can we watch Bad Santa during class?
I'm not shocked that you asked that question. I'm not. But anyway. Charlie Brown. What about Charlie Brown Christmas? I used to love that with that little sorry
yeah.
Yep.
The tree, that little sad tree used to make me cry almost. Okay, go ahead, Ron, with your questions. That's the last of the comments.
What top seed in the NFL team you think will get bounced out in the first round of the playoffs this year?
Okay, so you said what top seed in the NFL would get bounced out in the first round?
Yep.
Well, I don't know. I got to see who's top seed right now. I don't even know that off the
I
top of my head.
know this may be unpopular, but I'm gonna go with Tennessee.
Let me help you out. Let me say what everybody want to say. The Cowboys.
I ain't saying that. I know better than that.
No, it's going to be the Rams.
I'm gonna say it for you. The Cowboys.
Look at Cooper Cup. Me drinking out of my Cooper Cup. Talking about Cooper Cup. It's going to be the Rams.
Hey, how many games
Cooper
are you
Cup.
watching?
Hey, Cooper Cup got you a touchdown.
What do you think, Shane?
Yeah, he's going to be real good in the regular season. That's all I said.
I don't know. Who are the top seeds?
Kansas City.
All the division winners or leaders at this point.
Patriots.
Bengals.
Green Bay, Dallas.
Tennessee. Green Bay, Dallas.
Tampa
Bay.
Okay, so
Tampa
the
Bay.
Bengals. Okay, so the Bengals are number 1 in the AFC North.
Correct.
Yes.
Right now.
That's who I picked.
You
That's
think
what
the
I said, too.
Bengals going to get that?
Yeah, they wouldn't
That's
make
what
it past the first round.
Hey, you know what, Sharon? Since you said that,
You might be on.
if a certain team plays Tampa Bay week 1 of the wild card, if a certain team
Does what now?
if a certain team, okay, plays Tampa Bay in the wild card, Tom Brady ass is gone.
Eagles ain't beating them.
I mean, well, okay, wait a minute. What you mean? You think that Philly would beat Tampa Bay
Yeah, it's redemption.
in the wild card?
It's redemption, yes. It's redemption. We owe them. They spoiled our dream 20 years ago.
We're
going to spoil their dream now.
They barely beat Washington with a third-string quarterback.
Yeah, well, First of all, you don't watch football, so first of all, if this ain't basketball conversation, you can see your way out of it.
I watch football. I watch
I don't even
football.
like your football comments.
Hold up. I watch football from 1 o'clock on Sunday till 8 o'clock when power come on, and then after power go off, I finish watching it. All right.
I watch Power Saturday night.
Okay.
Just let you know.
So we ain't
back
talking
to
about
the
Power.
question.
This ain't no TV show.
All right,
I
back to
love
the
me some
Listen.
power. That's
But
my
listen.
show. It's
So
funny.
the
I used to hate Malik
AFC,
too.
the AFC, the top, it's the top 7 teams in the AFC, right?
Right.
Yeah, but
In the top 7
number
in the
one seed
NFC,
gets a bye.
right? So
Right.
the number one seed is the Chiefs, so they get a bye. So let's just
Mhm.
say if the playoffs started today, the Chiefs would get a bye. So I can't answer them. So then you have the Patriots, the Titans, the Bengals, the Colts, the Chargers, and the Bills.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the Ravens. That's 7.
No.
Oh, wait a minute, that's
Nope.
8. 1,
Right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ravens
So it
can't-
stops.
Bills are 7.
So it stops with the Bills. It stops with
Yep.
the Bills. So out of those teams, it's between the Bengals and the Chargers.
Mhm.
The Chargers, I still don't believe in the Chargers. They get hot and cold. They hot
Right.
and they crazy. I can't get with the Chargers. And then the NFC, you got the Packers would get the bye. So you got the Cowboys, Bucks, and the Cardinals, the Rams, the 49ers, and the Vikings. So it'd be
Rams.
between the 49ers and the Vikings would lose. It's a game of matchups. I don't know. The 49ers are looking pretty good right now. And if they're healthy, the 49ers will probably win that game. If they did a matchup in the first round, they would probably win their game. So the Vikings would probably lose.
I might have to agree with you on that one, Sharon. 49ers are a scary team right now.
They are, and that's why I put that poll up. Which
They
team
win.
is the most scary
winning
right
with
now?
everything but their quarterback.
Right, and that's
On
scary
star
to
Jimmy.
a lot of teams. It's harder to figure out a team that's not winning because of their quarterback. If they're winning for other reasons, that's a whole lot of more moving parts you got to worry about.
On star Jimmy.
My next question: what first year NBA coach will get their team to the playoffs? Sports guru, aka long-winded, aka answer the question.
Can you repeat that question? I'm sorry, Ron.
Yeah, because I need to know, is it like first year that they ever coaching, or is it just the first year with their team? That's what I need to know.
First year with their team.
What's the question again?
What first year NBA coach will get their team to the playoffs?
Have they been the coach the whole season?
The
Or
whole
did they
season.
take over? Oh, okay. So I
The
can't
whole
count
season.
him. All right, so I can't count that dude because he just took over. Oh, shut your mouth. Don't give me that look, Dennis. Don't give me that look.
About to count?
Don't give me the look. Do not give me the look.
Can I hear you say who was you about to count?
I was gonna say that Alvin Gentry might get them to the playoffs. Might.
What? I just wanted to be on record. That's all I wanted. Love you, China.
I don't love you today, Dennis. Not today. I don't love you today.
Who you think sports guru?
I would think
Why you don't love me? Hold on, Guru. Hold on. Why you don't love me? All I want for Christmas is you, baby.
Hey,
I was just kidding, Dennis. Let Guru talk. You done interrupted the Guru. Oh my God. He gonna get you back.
And I don't start crying like some of y'all, but I would say Ime Adoka, Nia Long's husband, or whatever. I don't know if they're married or they just living with each other. I know they had a baby. Yeah, Boston head coach. I mean, they're right on the borderline right now, but I think they got to play better at some point. Or as we've talked about earlier before the season started, they're going to break up that big two in Celtics land if they don't get their act together. I watched them yesterday. They lost a tough game to Philadelphia, and it was a real good game. Philly was trailing the whole game. and they somehow stole the game. That dope,
Somehow.
that's dope Embiid hit some big shots. I gotta admit, I don't like him, but he hit some big time shots.
Why don't you like Embiid?
Oh, he's a
Guru?
jerk.
I'm
He's
just
an idiot.
curious.
He's an idiot. I can't stand him. He's just. I don't like how he acted with the Ben Simmons situation. I thought he was very cowardly with that. That's your teammate. You don't come out in public and basically throw your man underneath the bus like that. If you feel that way personally, that's one thing. But you don't do that. You made it actually harder to trade him. You made it, and your team has really, been average at best without him. So I mean, last year you had I think you had the number 1 seed. So I mean, it's really been a rocky, situation for those guys. So they really have, between him and that dopey Daryl Morey, who, we know he's an idiot because he cost the NBA billions of dollars. And if he was a player, they would have shot him dead. Okay. But instead they let him get another job. So, it just shows you the difference between an executive and a player.
Okay.
Well, all right.
Bill Mafia.
If nobody wants to, that's fine. But somebody's got to tell me what teams have new head coaches, because I honestly don't know.
You got Boston. You got who else?
Orlando,
us. They get a new
Portland.
coach every 3 years.
Portland.
Dallas, the Kings.
Mm-hmm.
Help the New Orleans.
Chicago Bulls and the
Chicago Bulls.
and Indiana Pacers. I'm sorry.
I'm not sure about Cleveland too. They count him because I think he was there last year interim.
What about Washington?
Yeah, Washington got a new head coach too.
All right.
You know what? That the team I think going to be making some noise this year.
Oh, Washington?
I got a feeling they're very sneaky. They under the radar.
Well, they've had some struggles as of late, but I do believe in the second half of the season they'll come on a little stronger.
I actually think they'll fade in the second half.
I'm gonna ride with Kings R's team. I'm gonna go with the Chicago Bulls.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a given. They'll make it.
Yeah, I was gonna go with Dallas. I'll go with the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, J Kidd.
Yeah.
Oh, you really think so?
Yeah, I was gonna go. I got a feeling they're gonna make this trade. That's gonna set their team right up. That's gonna be right there.
Who did they get rid of? What's his name? Big man?
What the trade?
Porzingis?
Yeah, I think they're gonna make this trade. That's gonna set their team up right there.
What is the trade?
What the trade?
I think they're gonna go get Sabonis.
Oh, I think you were trying to get Simmons off your team.
Nah, I am, but I don't think they're gonna go get him.
Okay, so who are they gonna give up?
Porzingis, bro.
And who else?
I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing this.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm asking you. You the one that brought up a trade, like as if you heard something. So I'm asking you what it is.
That was just me. I just feel as though Porzingis for Sabonis is gonna be the trade.
Ain't nobody gonna make that trade.
Not one-on-one.
Okay.
Not no one-on-one.
They both got max contracts. The money probably adds up.
I mean, they might trade. They might come with a draft pick and some money. Don't get me the line.
Okay.
Well, actually, they could send that the Indiana's big man and him over for Porzingis and maybe a shooter. Maybe what's his name?
It all depends. I can't never say how these trades go. I mean, we could say it all you to the Wolves come down, and then next thing you know, the next day they get traded for a bag of chips, and you're like, why you argue me down for that? You know what I mean? So,
right.
I gave up on that.
All right, hold on. Let me answer Ethan. So Ethan, the first year coaches are, I got a list in front of me, is Boston Celtics coach Ime Udoka, Dallas Mavericks coach Jason Kidd, Indiana Pacers Rick Carlisle. Rick was at Dallas last year. Now he's at Indiana. Orlando's Jamal Mosley, the Pelicans Willie Green, Portland Chauncey Billups, and the Wizards Wes Unseld Jr. So those are the first year coaches.
So Chicago's not.
Yeah, he is.
No,
Billy
he's been since 2020.
No. That's his first year at Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Well, they
He's
don't
not-
have
he's
him
not-
on this list.
Well, he was. Yeah, well, he's the first. This is his first year coach in Chicago.
Well,
Unless
they
you
don't have
trying
him
to
on
say
this list. That's
the
all
list
I'm
is
saying.
wrong. The list is wrong.
Okay, then the list is wrong. I'm just
No,
telling
her
you. They don't
list say
have him
wrong.
on
Her
there.
list say first year head coaches. Her list don't say first time coaching a different team. See, he's not
No,
considered
this
a first
no,
year
it
head
really
coach.
no. This is really first. What this article is about: the 7
uh-huh.
head coaching changes from the last season, and these are the 7.
Well, it depends on how they're wording it.
Because they don't have what you call. They don't have Rick Carlisle on there either.
No, they
I
did.
just
didn't
said Rick Carlisle. I said Rick
they? They did have
Carlisle.
Rick Carlisle.
Oh,
on it.
never mind. All right, I'll take it back. Take it back. I was
Yeah, I
wrong.
said Rick Carlisle, but hold on. What's the doggone Chicago Bulls coach name? Billy Donovan.
Yeah, trash in my eyes.
See, I'm not, I really was not a fan.
I
since Florida.
never been a fan of his.
I was in Florida, but I
Oh,
am
he
pretty
got. I just looked at it. Billy Donovan got there September of 2020.
last year. Yeah, that's what I was looking up because that's what I thought. This is not his first season with Chicago. He was there last season.
My next question. What head coach in the NFL should win the coach of the year?
You say NFL or NBA?
NFL.
I'm going to win
NFL.
the coach of the year, Ryan. That's it. I'm
Huh?
winning GM,
Who?
not the coach. I'm winning GM of the year.
NFL head coach.
Who's going
the
to
coach of
win
the
the
year?
coach?
Who should
Who-
win the coach
should?
of
should
the
win?
year?
Ooh.
Oh, what's the thing? I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Yeah, we didn't get these. I didn't get these questions ahead of time, so I
Yeah,
had to
don't take them.
Well, I had
Don't take
one
them.
though, but
Some
he's not
points
doing
off
too
the
good.
board there, Skippy.
D-Man's got an answer.
Well, I
What
did
is
at first,
it?
but now it's falling off. I was gonna say Cliff Kingsbury, but it's not looking good for him right now.
Yeah, you know what, D-Man? I had him on my mind until the last 3 weeks. The last
Mhm.
3 weeks, I've kind of backed off of him. Definitely not that
Here's
guy.
the team that come on strong. They didn't start off the greatest, but they're come on strong. I'm gonna go with Frank Reich.
The coach.
I'm going to tell the truth, and he's not going to win it because nobody wants to give it to him. But it's Bill.
That's where I'm leaning.
I was
It's
thinking
Bill.
that too.
But
But
don't nobody
It's Bill
want to give it
Belichick.
to him, no, but it's Bill.
I mean,
Bill Belichick.
I don't think it's Bill.
I didn't watch.
I-
I didn't
Bill
honestly,
let you know I
think-
don't need no quarterback. Bill let you know we gonna run the ball and just play defense. Bill let you know I'm gonna get these certain players for the certain pieces, and that's it. And you're gonna have to beat Bill. I don't need no stinking Tom Brady. I don't even
I'm
need the rookie I
sorry.
got. All right.
The one
I'm
thing I
sorry.
say,
Anytime you win a game and your quarterback only passes the ball twice.
3 times.
three
Well,
times.
He threw a three.
thought it
He
was
only completed
twice.
two. He completed two.
Okay, so 3 times. I just that was remarkable to me. I'm sorry.
I'm not a big fan of this guy, but the one thing I say before
Can't stand him.
hand, I would prefer to wait until the season's over. If you're saying right this moment, it could change between what happens in these last 3 games. Because if Buffalo comes back and overtakes New England, a lot of the shine is going to be taken off New England. I know the postseason doesn't count towards regular season awards, but if New England say gets knocked out in the first round, somehow that does kind of seep into your opinion. But this guy, a lot of people don't want to give him credit. Now I don't think I heard on First Take that he was the top 3 coaches in the league by Dan Orlovsky. I don't agree with that, but he has had a great year, and that would be Matt LaFleur.
Okay.
Actually, I do got one. If they do win the division, Sharon, you probably not gonna agree with me. Well, I'm probably not gonna like what I said though. If the Bengals do win the division, I got Zach Taylor as the coach of the year.
That name popped up to my head in my head too. Just the way they said he's playing pretty good.
My next question.
But a lot with that Cincinnati though. If he wins it, he certainly it kind of upgrades him a lot. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but he's got to win it. I mean, I don't think they're going to give it to him if he doesn't make the playoffs.
I mean, that division is so tight right now. Anybody could still win that division.
Right, but you're only going to get credit if you win.
Oh yeah,
only one team. Well, I think only one team's coming out of that division.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you're going to get more than one team, right?
I don't think so.
No. My next question: do you think the Lakers should trade Russell Westbrook?
No, I don't.
Should they? No, but they probably will.
No, I don't think they should.
If it was up to me as a Laker fan, I would try to get him out of there. I'm not a big fan of his. I don't think his contract is going to allow that to happen. And I also think that they're probably going to let him, for whatever reason, in the last, say, 3 seasons, he's played much better in the second half of the season than he's played in the first half of the season. So his biggest problem, like in the game the Lakers just lost against Chicago the other night, he tried to be a hero maybe in the last 2 minutes of the game, and that's really not Russ time. And he took a shot, and it was a shot that was ill-advised. He missed it, and then it kind of put us, behind the 8 ball a little bit. He has done some good things lately compared to early in the season. He's got a lot of assists. He what he needs to do is run more pick and roll with LeBron, and he needs to drive to the hole more. His that dumb Tim Duncan bank shot that he tries is awful. He needs to stop that, and he hasn't finished as well as he should. So I don't want to totally kill him because he has shown signs of life. I just don't think they would be able to trade him. I don't.
This why I don't agree with nothing you just said, Guru. Because once again, he turned the ball over way too much. Second, he don't got no jump shot.
I said all of that.
Okay. So why you want to keep somebody on the team that don't?
I said I would like to trade him. I said I don't think they will.
Well, they should because y'all need a big man. Y'all cannot keep on.
We don't need a big man. No, we don't. Unless you talk about getting that kid from Indiana.
That's who I'm talking about.
I don't. First of all, he's not great. Okay, he's a good player. He's a good player. I don't know. So, let me just say, for example, they could probably make that trade tomorrow, THT for him. They could make that trade, but I don't know if the Lakers would be willing to make that trade. I'm not sure that Laker fans would want to make that trade.
Can I enlighten y'all?
Oh, wait, hold on. Sean, hold on.
Please.
So THT.
Yes.
for Sabonis, did you say?
No.
Okay, all right. I'll be quiet.
The center, what's his name? The center on Indiana. What's his name?
Miles Turner.
Miles Turner. That's been a rumor for the last 2 or 3 weeks. The Lakers eyeing Miles Turner. Now with Anthony Davis out, that seems a little bit more real now. But I don't know. Last year, the Lakers would never give up THT. It's only 3 players they signed back from last year: THT, LeBron, and AD. Other than that, the whole team is turned over. So I don't know if they. Last year, I know they wouldn't make that trade. This year, he did, hurt his thumb, and he sort of hasn't been really himself yet. Had COVID just come. He actually comes back tonight. I'm not sure. If they make that trade for Miles Turner. If you give them Miles Turner and that kid, the other kid, the shooter, they might do it because the Lakers ultimately still need some more shooters in order to really spread the court. So it's a tough call. I like Turner because Turner likes to shoot the 3, shoots it at 38% on the season. I don't know if that's his strongest suit, but all the big men today, the really good ones, usually do shoot the 3. He feels that he even had a comment in the newspaper that he feels that he's underutilized, that he feels like he wants his role to be expanded. He feels that he's even a lot better than they're allowing him to show. So he's obviously not happy. I don't think he has a big, huge contract. It's a tough call. But as far as back to you, Ron Thomas, I would love to trade Russ. I never wanted him in the first place. My feelings is that they're going to allow this to evolve. They're going to allow this to play itself out. If they trade him, I don't think they'll trade him in the first year. If it doesn't work out the first year, yeah, they could possibly trade him in the second. That's what I'm hearing from the Laker Nation. And I believe me, I know what the hell Laker Nation is about because I listen about everything they say. Okay? So you mind your manners, Ron.
Once again, you got AD, he go down every other year. That's what I was saying. And Russell Westbrook, you cannot depend on AD. So why don't you get Miles Turner in there for Russell Westbrook to have a backup plan that when AD go down?
Okay, but so, how good is Miles Turner? I just don't know how good Miles Turner is. I mean, you make it seem like you know how good Miles Turner is. You don't know. You can't even give me a stat.
But what I said, you got somebody that will fight with do the dirty work, and AD don't want to do the dirty work.
Well,
so,
but that's why
it's more simple than that, though.
Say that again.
It's way more simple than that. Stat padding don't win games. It's that simple.
Yeah, but people are mad at AD because he's scoring 24 points a game and 10 rebounds. They're saying he could do more. What do you mean stat padding? He's not stat padding. Everybody's saying he's underachieving.
You're talking about Russell. You're talking about Russell.
I'm talking about Westbrook.
Well, I don't think. Why do you say Russell? He's not stat padding. How's he stat padding? Well, not with the Lakers. He's not. He's only had like one or two triple doubles the whole year.
That's his game, though. Westbrook doesn't want to do anything if it's not resulting into a stat. Like it's explaining. That's his whole game. You can go back and watch 1,000,001 Westbrook videos. He doesn't do anything unless it's going to result into a positive effect for him. That's his bet. He's a selfish player, and people do not want to admit that. Selfish players don't play with LeBron James.
I disagree. I don't think he's a selfish player. What I do think is he's an erratic player at times. Sometimes it's really hard. It's like if you're playing with a certain guy and you never know what the hell he's going to do. That it's hard to really get a feel in terms of what Russ is going to do from moment to moment. Like I said, he likes that outside shot where he shoots the. Say that again. I'm sorry.
He's selfish. You just sat here and told me. You just sat here and told me that he comes down. It's not rush time, but he takes a rush type of fucking shot. He's selfish. He only cares about himself.
But because you take about I seen LeBron. I seen LeBron play hero ball. And in that game also, LeBron took a couple of ill-advised threes, and I love LeBron. So
we're not talking about LeBron. I'm talking about Russell Westbrook. Don't try to change the subject now.
I'm having a little informal back and forth with my man Sean. That's all. This is a debate show, so it's okay to debate. Now, like I said, I'm not going to sit up here and crucify Russ. I think if you look at his stats over the first 15 or 12 games versus the last 12, he's played much better. Am I in love with the mix? No, I'm not in love with the mix. Do I think they'll make the trade? No, I think they will give it a year. Would I like to see Miles Turner? Well, now with AD not in the picture, remember Dwight, what do you call it? He can't give you too much offense. Although in his defense is a little bit, he's good, but he's not even as good as he was in the bubble. So I would like to get Miles Turner here. If you're telling me, do I pull the trigger from THT for Miles Turner? Honestly, right this minute, I make the trade.
What do you say, Sam?
Well, like I said from the beginning, I was only able to make one statement before y'all just started talking.
I'm sorry about that, Sam.
But okay, but I would not trade him. I see the whole dynamic of this team differently than I guess most people do. And Russell Westbrook is not the problem. He's not why they're not winning. They're not winning. The main reason why they're not winning is because they're lackluster on defense. Their transitioning is trash. And it's almost like they're complacent. They're not playing with the sense of urgency that they really want to win and win badly. It's almost like they're coasting. And you can't practice that away. That's a hard issue. And so I don't feel that anything that they do, any trade that they make is going to change that. I'm not going to waste time talking about why and how this started, because yeah, this is a debate show, but that could go on for an hour and we probably won't agree. And it doesn't, so that's just the way it is. But as being a Laker fan my entire life, practically minus 10 years since I was 10 years old, I really, well, 13 years old, I watched them closely too. And I tell you, this is not all on Russell Westbrook. It's not all on AD being injured all the time, even though he is. It's a heart issue mainly.
Right.
So, no,
Okay.
I mean, all the stats that you gave, yeah, that's true, Ron. Yes, he does have a lot of this and a lot of that and blah, blah, blah. But as a head coach, you are supposed to be able to take what you're given, shake it up, and make something out of it. And if you can't, it's either the coach's fault or it's the combination of players.
Right.
So that's the GM's job to look at that and determine what's the problem and who the problem is. Rob Pelinka is trash. He always has been and he will be, which is why I never wanted him as our GM, but he's there. And I personally believe he doesn't have a clue what he's doing. That whole team is there because that's what LeBron wanted. And as much and smart as LeBron is, and as great and awesome as he is, he can make a mistake.
All right.
And that's all I got to say.
My next question: should the Jaguars pay Urban Meyer the rest of his money?
No.
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 He got fired for cause. When you get fired for cause, then
I think they should still get paid. That's their fault. Should have hired them.
No.
They're probably
No. Hold it. When they get fired for cause, they do not have to pay them their money.
if they prove it.
Well,
You have to prove
it
that.
already
You
been
have to prove that in court.
That's saying he got kicked in his
Well, I could definitely
butt.
put my
He
laptop right
didn't
in
get fired for the kick because the kick happened months
That's
ago.
perfect.
And they didn't fire him.
Let's not
Can
brag
I
for the win.
finish? Long-winded. Can I finish?
Drip for the win. Yeah.
Nah.
You
One,
gonna say
he should never got the head coaching job anyway. And me and Dennis were talking about this a while back. If I'm the owner, I would get a head coach that got some kind of experience in the NFL. First, I would not get no college coach or NFL head coaching job.
Kingsbury, Rule, and him, none of them had head coaching experience in the NFL. They all came from the college rank, and they all got head coaching jobs.
You cannot go by what other teams doing. You gotta go by what you feel.
But the fact of the matter is, it happened several times in the last couple of years. It has happened. I mean, shoot, you talk about what's his name, Saban, Lou Holtz. It's happened many a times. What are you talking about?
Okay.
I think what Ron is saying is that's the decision that he would make, despite the fact that it's happened many times before with other organizations. If that was his organization and he was making decisions, he would not. Here's what I say, Ron. It depends on the kind of team I have. If I'm in a rebuild, I'm not hiring a college coach that has had no NFL experience. If I'm in a serious rebuild, then I want a prior NFL coach who I think that could do well with this rebuild of a team. Now, if my team is in like a slight rebuild, maybe just a couple of,
Right.
couple of lines or something, I might take a chance on a great college coach. They have to be great. They
Right.
can't be mid-level. They'd have to be great. I'm not saying Saban great, but they have to at least be a winner. So, I
Okay.
mean, it depends on the dynamics and the makeup of the team and where your team is at. That's what would determine it for me. It's not a hard, fast rule to me.
And also, Ron, as far as Gruden got fired for cause also, and there's probably going to be a settlement in that particular situation as well. Just because they say they're firing you from cause, that doesn't mean they're not going to be responsible or be on the hook for whatever monies you're owed. Now, if there's some sort of gray line in between, they may be able to say, if you were supposed to get 50 million, you might get 30 million, or you might get 20 million. That's usually how that works. I don't believe that, really, to be honest with you. It does seem like Myers wanted to get fired from all of the little things that kept coming out, but all this stuff kept coming, trickling out. There's not one actual thing that he did that they say, oh, that's the reason. Because if you fired him for cause, you needed to have fired him for that particular incident when he committed that particular act at that time. You can't, this story didn't just come out about the kicker, saying that he got kicked. I mean, they've been on that. They just wanted that to come out. In fact, they probably put that out because they wanted to get rid of him. That's why that happened. So I don't know. He's probably going to get a lot of his money. Will he get all of it? No, he probably won't get all of it. There will be a settlement.
All right, what do you think, Dennis?
I don't know. In this day and age, anything is possible. Personally, I don't think he's gonna get it, but like I said, anything is possible. As far as the college coaches is going, to me, it all depends on how you coach. That's what it all depends on with me. Not really gonna go on, if you're a college coach or this coach or that coach. It's how you coach. I just need to see how you coach and how you coach your team up. That's basically what it is with me.
Yeah, with that, along with where your team is, wouldn't you consider where your team is and what kind of coach you need? Because you got to determine what kind of coach do you need.
Yeah. Okay.
And you
right
see what I'm
Shannon.
saying? So yeah. Right. So what we are saying, me and you, is kind of going hand in hand, because you need to know where your team is, the state your status your team is in, and that determines what kind of coach and the way that you want to see them coach, and that will determine which coach you think would be better for your team that you would take a chance on. As far as Ron, my opinion, as far where you finished, Dennis, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you go.
As far as my opinion on whether or not he'd get his money, like I said, from what I've read, he was fired for cause. This investigation has been going on longer than it came out.
Right.
He didn't just decide, I'm going to fire him now just because dude came out and said he kicked me.
Right.
That was the straw that broke the camel's back. But he already had investigated all of it. They already had all this other stuff on record that he had already done and admitted to.
Right.
And he was just waiting on him to redeem himself. But instead, week after week after week, he kept like in your face, I'm not redeeming nothing. I'm gonna keep being who I am. And what you gonna do?
Right.
That was his attitude. So when I said it's for cause, it's not just one incident, folks. Right. They've got the proof. They talking about you got to prove it in court. Well, they've got the proof. Now, if he sues them, yeah, they're going to have to prove it in court because they got to answer. But I don't necessarily feel like it's going to go to court. It might, it may not. But then he's done so much devilment, interception. Go ahead, Eagle.
See,
he's done so much devilment that I'm sure he probably don't want all that mess to come out.
Well, it already came out. It will come out.
Listen to what I said again. There's probably so much other stuff, Ron, that we haven't heard about.
Right.
that Urban Meyer might not want it to come out to the point where, I mean, the man is paid anyway. He's worth billions of dollars as it is. It's not like he's hurting for money.
He's getting he was getting a lap dance from a girl who's half his age and he's married. Please, what does he care what comes out?
I mean,
I'm sure there's some things that could be worse than that. So that's all I'm saying.
For a married man.
That's all I'm saying. Let me read. Can we read these comments?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Zar said, doesn't matter. It's about preseason expectations also, and they were the favorites. Zar said Bill and Taylor for me, I guess, as far as the coaches of the year. OG said Westbrook not going anywhere. Next question. A said Washington keeping this game close, and TD football team. OG said that I guess he's talking about Urban Meyer was detrimental to the team, which is why he's behind is gone. Ace was like, they aren't paying him. That's why he's trashing the organization now in the interviews. Jazz last two coaches have been college coaches. You think they learned by now. Let me see. Touchdown Eagles. There's more than, there's more that didn't come out, Duke Ellington said. All right, go ahead, Ron.
My last question. If a football player win the Heisman, do that mean that football player will have a great NFL career?
Not necessarily.
We already know that answer.
Charlie Wood won the Heisman and he didn't even play in the NFL.
No, it don't.
Not
that Heisman does not predict. It's not a good predictor of anything.
Tebow won the Heisman. He wasn't great, right?
Right, and Troy Smith, he won a Heisman. He was a backup, if I can remember correctly.
Tebow wasn't great in the NFL. You're right. Great in college, but not in the NFL.
What do you think, Dennis?
Tebow got fired for winning.
What do you think, Dennis?
Tebow got fired for winning.
He beat the Steelers. I remember that.
Dennis.
Everybody said the right thing already. Damn, I wish it was more time on this game. Damn.
Well, you're winning the point spread. You got 9.5, right?
Nah, I'm talking about the Seattle Rams game. I wanted Cooper Kupp to score one more touchdown. That's all.
He already got two.
Hey! I could drink.
I got one more question.
All right.
Should a basketball player from high school be able to go into the NBA if he wanted to?
They're going to change the rule on the next collective bargaining agreement. That's what they're saying.
They get drafted off their high school career anyway.
They
get drafted off what they do in college. They get drafted off what they do in high school.
Tennis players can go pro at 13 years old. Golf, all those other sports. Why not basketball?
Football, not basketball. Basketball, because the NCAA creating all that money. You know what it is.
That's the NBA. That has nothing to do with the NCAA. That's the NBA rule. The NBA, like I said, through the next collective bargaining.
So you really think that the NBA said, "Hey, we're gonna make them go to college"?
If college had its way, they would say the rule would be that you have to pay 3 years because that way they could keep their players and keep continuity, and therefore the players wouldn't be going in the one and dones. So if college had their way,
what they did was they said, "Listen,
they did nothing." The NBA made the decision.
Listen, you could say that, but this is what they said: "We'll give you 1 year, okay? That's what we'll give you, a 1 year, one and done." Because they was mad that they missed out on the Kevin Garnett's, the Kobe Bryant's, and the LeBron Jameses. All right.
You keep saying it's college. College wants them to stay 3 years.
You really think they're not sitting in the room that don't nobody know about?
Yes, they have nothing to do with one another. They don't even. They can't even commission their own self.
As you being the guru, you really believe that the NCAA and the NBA ain't sitting in the room together?
The NBA does.
No. I want you to answer that.
Yes.
You really believe that?
Yes. They're not in the damn room.
You as crazy as I thought you
was.
No,
they're not in the room. I don't know.
You as crazy as I thought you was. You think they not sitting over there? And you think they ain't sitting over there exchanging money?
You're contradicting yourself because, like I said, they want the continuity. Some people think that has ruined college basketball, the one and dones.
Again,
They think that's ruined college basketball.
and they think that they missed out on them superstars.
Yeah, well,
like I said,
they don't care. You think they care? There's only a couple of schools who get the one and done. The Kentuckies and Duke has done it recently. Other than that, you only talk about a handful of schools who get one and dones. A handful. In fact, that's why.
At the end of the day,
That's why
that's enough
the
TV revenue and ticket sales for them to stay rich.
The tournament is a cash cow in itself.
Right.
The tournament sells
imagine
itself.
a tournament with LeBron James in it. Imagine a tournament with Kobe Bryant in it. Imagine a tournament with Kevin Garnett.
Absolutely, it would be more intrigue, no doubt.
All right. So now that they missed out on them three, hey, we need to go meet in the secret room.
No, that's not the NBA instilled the rule because they felt that a lot of the younger players were coming to the NBA too early and they weren't ready for the league and they were acting very immature. So they said, okay, let's
say his name. It was only one player. Say his name.
No, we talk about Wade Garnett and Bill Willoughby, man.
It's one player.
You don't even know who Bill Willoughby. You don't even know who Bill Willoughby is.
Listen, it's one player that they felt as though was immature and wasn't ready. You know it. Say his name.
Who?
You know who? Don't you get your eyes big shit for nothing? Say his name.
I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know who you're talking about.
You know who the hell he is. He's been on TV with that fucking hat on YouTube all year. Say his goddamn name. He's been a trash ass player all year. Say his name, Guru.
Who, Ben?
Kwame Brown. God damn it. You know who. Kwame Brown. Say his name, Guru. That's why fucking the rules changed. Say his damn name.
Oh, you gonna put this on Kwame?
It is on Kwame.
You don't think this is because of Kwame?
Hell no.
It was.
You
Oh my God.
No.
Because of Kwame?
Skippy!
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Lester. I'm not calling you
Skippy.
I done schooled you all day today. You're Lester today. Lester.
This is crazy.
Lester, you are telling me that the immaturity of Kwame Brown is not the reason that these rules in place?
Guess what? The NCAA doesn't even know who Kwame Brown is.
They all small. They all on the same spot.
They don't even know who Kwame Brown is.
You're killing me, Lester. You're killing me.
Come on. What's the cat that played on the Lakers next to Kwame? What's his name? I mean, was he any more mature than Kwame? What's that kid's name that played on the Lakers?
I'm just not even gonna answer. I tell you.
Are you talking about the guy that at one point he was a top 3 center in the league?
Yeah.
Andrew Bynum?
Yeah.
$20. Don't say his name. You ain't got my money.
Did he go to college?
He owed me $20.
Okay.
I don't care what college or what school he went to. He owed me $20.
But at one point, he was a top 3 center in the league, though.
Yeah, how'd that work out for him?
He was top 3 in this position. Was Kwame Brown ever top 3 in this position?
Kwame was top 10.
Kwame wasn't top 10 shit. Kwame ain't top 10 in nobody's list.
At the time, it's only like 10 centers in the league.
He a top 10 bust, though. But don't say that to everybody because they don't all believe he a bust. Don't say that to everybody. You better want Kwame on your fucking team. Kwame was a bust. All right.
You better mind your manners because I'll get Kwame Brown on this podcast.
I know you can call that fucking. That's why I told you to say his name. I know. That's why I told you to say his name. I know you do. All this love for fucking Kwame.
This is a case of revisionist history. You must have forgot because Dennis is right. He was the catalyst behind the change. He was a catalyst. He really was.
For what? They had many guys go on hardship way before Kwame.
That's not what I said.
But Kwame played next to Jordan.
He was the catalyst for the change at that time.
That was part of the problem.
No.
You got to remember what happened in history. You got to remember the story. You got to remember the context of what was going on at the time.
Because everybody was so in love with Kwame. They was like, Kwame playing next to Jordan. He's going to be good. But they realized Kwame was too immature. That's what everybody kept saying. So what they do next? Kwame went to go play with Kobe. So, and it still ain't work out. It still ain't work out. Right?
Yeah.
Then he became an eternal journeyman. It never worked out. Team after team after team after team after team after team. For
Now,
what
but
is
he
the
played
13 years?
like
Hold on,
Kwame will
Guru.
say.
Now
Kwame
there
will
was
say.
people that were saying Dwight Howard was immature. Dwight Howard ended up being the best center in the league at one point. Dwight Howard took the Orlando Magic to the damn championship. With the point guard, with his star point guard being injured in the beginning of the season.
Dwight Howard
They went to the championship with a starting point guard named Hedo Turkoglu.
I hate
Let
when
that
you say
sink in
that
for a minute.
dumbass shit. He did not take his team to the
He
championship.
took it to Sean. We ain't seen that
Yes,
in this
he did,
argument.
Sean. Sean, we ain't having this
Right, we
argument.
haven't argument.
Dennis is right. He is
He
right.
did not do that.
Hey,
Like I said,
and I'm not
Andrew
even
Bynum
a Dwight Howard fan at all.
Andrew Bynum and Dwight Howard
Bullshit.
and Kwame Brown all
Come on,
had the
Dwight
same
Howard took that.
opportunities.
They all have what?
They all had the same opportunities.
And none of them. Well, only one of them was. But he didn't make the top 75. But he's obviously he's a Hall of Fame player.
He's a Hall of Fame player. Yeah. Andrew
I
Bynum,
don't know.
on the other hand, I ain't even entertaining that. I'm like, after LA, I just think I ain't entertaining that. His LA career was real good. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I think Kwame Brown played in the NBA for a decade. I mean, you could talk bad about him all you want. I mean,
13 years.
He
13
Played
years.
13 seasons.
He getting a guru-like pension. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, praise
So
Lord.
was Sean Bradley.
So
That's all right. So what's wrong with Sean Bradley? What, he from Brigham Young? A basketball
what are we?
power?
He's
What
a
are we?
bust
What
too.
are we?
Okay.
What are we
Basketball
talking about? I
power?
mean,
Wait a minute.
so because you got a good pension, that means you're not a bust?
Yeah,
No.
he's a bust too.
Well, Kwame Brown
No.
was Kwame Brown.
You're
I don't
not gonna
think-
sit here and try to make Kwame Brown
Kwame-
not a bust. It's not what you're gonna do.
I'm not.
No,
I'm
we
not
already
gonna say he
had this
wasn't a bust.
conversation
He
6
was
months
a
ago.
bust because of where he was picked from. But it wasn't like Kwame Brown. Everybody was like, "Oh, yeah, Kwame Brown. He's coming to the NBA." He didn't have no fanfare coming out of college, out of high school. Nobody even knew who Kwame Brown was.
Yes, they
Right or
did.
wrong?
He was the
Oh,
number one
please.
pick. What are you
I think
talking
I said,
about?
well,
I think
in
he
high
didn't know
school,
Kwame Brown was.
there was no big should-do for Kwame Brown coming out of high school. That's a fact. Nobody
It
even knew
wasn't.
who
It
he was.
was a big should
That's,
do.
that,
Well, it was
that's,
not.
that's,
It
that's
was
not
a
a
big
fact.
It was not. It was not.
Dude.
You
Not
didn't
a
know
fact.
what high school you went to.
Nobody cares. I don't even know
Oh,
what high
you
school
don't
Kevin
care,
Garnett
right?
went to.
Well, I know you know where
I don't know
LeBron
what
went,
high
right?
school Kevin Garnett went to.
Everybody knows where he went.
I don't. And I just watched the documentary.
Everybody knows where LeBron went.
I just watched the documentary and I don't know what high school Kevin Garnett went to.
Lord, have mercy.
It doesn't matter where Kevin Garnett went to.
Right.
It don't matter what high school Kwame Brown went to, because we're talking about the NBA.
So my point
Don't
was
matter.
that he didn't have a lot of fanfare coming out of high
He
school. in my
did have a
opinion.
lot of fanfare. Maybe you wasn't
Nobody
watching it
knew.
then, but
Nobody knew who he was coming out of high school. Nobody.
yes, they
And I
did.
follow-
That's how.
I follow-
Y'all
I
love
follow-
taking-
I
y'all
follow
love
high
Okay,
school
if
basketball.
nobody knew who he was, how did
Anybody
he
on
get
this
picked
panel,
first?
and
If
nobody knew
knew
who
he
Kwame
was.
Brown was. Nobody
Yes,
knew
they
who Kwame
did.
Brown was.
I know who
Get
Kwame
the hell
Brown
out of here,
was.
please. You don't even know what high school he went to. Please stop it.
That doesn't
I
mean
don't
nothing.
care. It don't
So
mean I didn't know who
you just
he was.
contradicted yourself. You
No,
said
it
that
don't.
you knew
It
who he
don't
was out of high
contradict you
school,
that
but
you
didn't
knew
where
who he was,
went.
but you don't know what high school he went to. That does not contradict you.
If you say that everybody knew who he was, but you didn't know, but then I asked you where did he go, and you can't tell me, how did everybody
This fool
know
was the
who he
number one
was,
pick
where
in
he
the
was?
draft.
Huh?
I think it maybe in your eyes it seems contradictory. In my eyes, it don't. This guy was the
So-
number one
It's
pick in the
not.
draft.
let me
Because it's
just
not.
let me just
It's
say it
not
again. Let
contradictory.
me just say it again. Everybody knew who he was. Then we asked the question, what high school did he go to? Nobody knows the answer, but everybody knew who he was.
Ooh, damn.
Nobody on this panel knows what high school the man went to, but he came out of high school with
Listen,
fanfare.
I don't know what high school.
Good night.
Listen,
Good night.
again,
Good night.
Guru. I just told you. I don't know what high school Kevin Garnett went to.
But
and
you
I
know
just-
what? But you
and I
but-
just
but-
watched
but-
the
but
documentary.
you know what high school LeBron James
Sorry, I
went
mean,
to?
Guru, dang. Why
Yeah,
you
like
over
just keep
talking
going
him? Let
with
him
LeBron
talk.
James. LeBron James is different.
He came out of high school with fanfare.
Oh my God.
Now here you go, man.
I know his high school
So
coach.
no,
went to.
so nobody came out
Yep.
with fanfare except LeBron.
But
We ain't
like
got that much time
Sean
to be arguing
just
with you
said,
all day.
he knew what high school Kobe went to because he came out of high school with fanfare. And nobody.
Only reason I know that is because I'm from around here. I'm gonna be honest
Okay,
with you.
did you even know
That's
who
because
his
I'm from
father
around
was?
here.
Did you know who his father was?
Jelly
Yeah,
Bean
Bean.
Bryant. Come on,
Joe
man.
No,
B.
I
Bryant.
was asking
That's
Skippy.
light.
No.
That's
I know
light
that.
right
His number
there.
was 23, and he played for the Philadelphia 76ers.
He played overseas first.
Yeah, he knew. Yeah, he knew who Jelly Bean Bryant was. I did too.
Yeah.
But when he got drafted, I couldn't remember the name of his high school when he got drafted.
No,
I just
but you know, he
remember
went-
watching him. I just remember watching him on the McDonald All-American thing and on the tour because I went to see him play and did not know that this was going to be the same Kobe Bryant. I didn't even know he was going to be there.
And most people realize that. Also, another thing about basketball, to give you a basketball 101, big men don't mature the way that little men mature. So they're always going to take longer to produce on the next level than to say a little man because they have to be adjusted
Oh my
to the
God.
size.
Are you really gonna make that
Wait, we
excuse
ain't got that
for
much
Bobby
time
Brown?
left. Let me
I'm
anybody got any last words?
That's an
Anybody got any last
excuse.
words?
I'm sorry.
Merry Christmas.
I know y'all don't like him, but okay, whatever.
Merry
I'm
Christmas.
not making
Merry
excuses.
Christmas.
It ain't
with
got
an
nothing
A.
to do with like the man is a bust. I mean, there's just no way around.
Right.
Merry-
nobody said
Merry
that he wasn't a bust.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas with an A because Mary
Merry
is
Christmas,
Jesus' mother.
y'all.
Merry Christmas, okay, with an A, because Mary
What?
is Jesus' mother.
Love
And
y'all.
Merry
God bless. Good
Christmas.
night.